So I've had a little break and it's time for me to get back to the office for my next appointment. And I'm just feeling a little bit mixed up with my own thoughts, thinking, well, you know, I'm just gonna see what I get.
My name is Anne. I'm from Washington, D.C. I'm looking forward to meeting Lisa, but I'm a little nervous. But I hope that being here today and meeting with her, that I'll bring closure to a situation that I've dealt with for a long time.
Coming in. Hi, you must be Anne. Hi.
Hi.
Nice to meet you. I'm
Nice to
Lisa.
meet you.
Come and take a seat.
Okay, thank you.
Right. So how do you feel?
A little nervous.
Okay.
Yeah.
How I work, and I'll tell you a little bit about what I do, is I'm going to hold on to a personal item of yours, and it may be yours, it may be of someone else's, it really doesn't make any difference.
And I didn't bring anything with me other than what I had
That's
with
fine.
me.
No, your ring's perfect, you know, I can hold on to that. So
Great.
Okay. Now, the first thing I always ask is, do you want to know everything?
Most definitely.
You're open to everything?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Come on in. I have a female that's standing here, okay?
Okay.
I feel there's a bit of distance here between the two of you. It's the only way I can explain it. Now, is your mum still with us?
No.
Right, okay. Because I've got a mother figure. Who's giving me the mother figure? She's saying your sister. She's not calling her your sister or your mother. Let me explain something. Sometimes two energies. Let me show you. Okay, I'll use these two cards.
Okay.
When they come like that, okay, if you imagine they were transparent, I can often read one person, this card, through that card, okay? And it kind of gives you, it's like I can read through them. Does that make sense?
It does.
So I've probably got your mum and your sister coming forward together, okay? Okay, I've just got to get this right. So your mother, who we've been communicating with, is actually your grandmother as such?
Correct.
Right, okay. Now she's calling your biological mother your sister.
Right. Okay, we always
Okay.
did. Uh-huh.
She's saying she couldn't have you. Does that make sense?
My mother couldn't have me?
Your real mother couldn't have you.
Correct.
Okay.
Right. When Lisa said there's a separation between my sister and myself, as well as my mom and myself, she was completely on target. And when I was 25, I got this letter from my sister basically explaining that she was my birth mother and my mom was my grandmother. I called her and said, "Is this true?" She said, "Yes." I quickly then asked her, "So who's my father?" And she said, "I don't know." Without pause, she said, "You're an adult, face it like an adult." So I hung up on her and didn't talk to her for many years after that.
They kept it hush-hush.
Very much so,
They kept,
yes.
I don't know whether she was sent off to have you, but it was like, you're being shipped off.
Right.
And now you're being brought back in.
That's correct.
And are you named after your grandmother?
Yes.
Yeah? Because she's just said, one of them just said you were named after your grandmother. Something's wrong on your birth certificate. I don't know what it is. Is there a name that's wrong, or
There is,
there's
yes.
a name that's wrong?
They originally put her last name as my name,
Right.
and then they marked it off. Oh my gosh, when Lisa said that there's a mistake on your birth certificate, I thought I was gonna fall on the floor because I didn't think anybody else knew that, except for obviously my mom. When she said that, everything just, I knew it was 100% that the people that were in the room were in the room.
Okay, you wanted to know everything. Okay. She's saying at the time she didn't want the pregnancy, and I'm going to call it a pregnancy, I'm not going to call it you.
Okay.
Growing up, she's saying she despised you sometimes, you know? There was this...
I could feel it.
And she's saying it was unfair. It was so unfair. This is her saying times change. And she's apologising for the hurt that she caused. There was a part of her life, there was a part of your mother's life where she actually asked your sister to take control again. And your sister couldn't. But she doesn't want you to feel bad about her. Passing over your mum shows me that she's taken responsibility for her actions. And she's saying, I'm not blaming you now. She blames herself.
We're talking many years of blame from my mom and my sister, and now just hearing from them that, you know, they take the blame. It was their fault. They put that upon me. It's almost like a revelation.
She had no choice. Does that make sense? She had no choice. She wanted to go off and study or do something. She wanted to go off, but she couldn't. And then there was a solution. It was a big family secret.
That's right.
She was never allowed to tell anybody. You didn't know your father.
Correct. I
Okay?
still don't.
Because she's saying to me that the father was part of was known to the family.
And who
Okay?
is that?
The father was known to the family. Tell me the story. I keep being shown a capital B and I'm almost drawn to the name Brian. Does Brian mean anything?
There was a Brian that was somehow connected to the family, but I never knew
How?
who he was.
Brian, I keep getting his name Brian. Did you ever know that maybe your sister might have dated Brian?
I always was a little suspicious of what his connection was, because
Brian.
he was about that age.
I'm going to just say, I feel Brian's your father.
I had asked my mother and my sister numerous times who my birth father was, because I had this sense that he was something within the family, or else why wouldn't they tell me? When Lisa said it was Brian, I immediately clicked on this guy that had always been around, and I could never put it all together. I want to say amazing, but it was more of so that's the answer to that question.
So your sister's your mother?
Correct.
Right, okay. Your sister had known this person for a long time, for a period of time. There's a date. She dated this guy. And it keeps showing me letters going forwards and backwards.
Okay.
All right? He used to go away a lot. Was he 19?
I think so, yes.
Because she's just said he was 19. She's laughed and she said he looks so handsome. Okay. Your mum has just said, and now you know the story.
Now I do.
Now you know the story.
Thank you. All of a sudden, there's the ending chapter to the book.
It's a pretty big ending.
It is. But it does explain so much.
Does it?
It really does. I don't think I'm going to try and find my birth father, Brian. I think I want to take it all in and think about it and just enjoy having closure and not open up any other can of worms. What I'm hoping now is that I can start forgiving and tearing down that wall and not have it affect me as it has for so many years.
Yeah.
It's a pretty thick wall.
And you just got to take one day as it comes.
Exactly, one brick at a time. And I feel so many things. I feel almost euphoric. I feel a sense of weight being lifted. I can never explain or convey to anyone what it feels like to be talking to people in your life that have passed and feel like you really are talking to them. It's been an amazing day with Lisa.
Guess what?
I know.
I'm going to give you a hug.
Okay.
Because I give everyone hugs. I really feel like I've helped Anne. I felt her pain. I felt it. She held so much behind this wall that she built for so many years. But I captured it, I felt it. The wall will come down and she'll get the closure that she needs. Well, keep in touch and let me know what you find out.
I will. Thank you so much, Lisa.
I'd be so eager to find out.
Yes.
Okay,
Thank
you're
you again.
welcome. All right, have a safe journey home.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So I feel really good about Anne's reading because she got the answers that she was looking for, and I think everything started to make sense for her. And you know, she handled the news really well.